What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Time Garage. You know, I said I was going to do more content on this truck because, I mean, I've had the thing since like 2004 and I've really done very little in the way of content on it. Actually, the last video I did involved putting that rack right there on the back of it and putting the tires on it and all that stuff. And I said then I would do more content on it. Little did I know I was going to be forced to do some content on it. You see, it's dead where it sits, won't start. I have no idea why, which is unusual for the truck because it's proven to be extremely reliable. I use it a lot for stuff. Anyway, it won't start, and I was going to get some tires put on it, some smaller tires put on it, but I can't even get it to the tire shop. So today we're going to have to figure out what's going on with it. I thought that might make a great video, take you guys along, kind of troubleshooting a 6.0 crank no start situation. So let's have a look. All right, first things first on this. Let me give some backstory, what happened, and kind of, I guess, the direction I'm going in my troubleshooting venture here. I was backing up the driveway. I got about halfway up the driveway and I started to lose pedal. So I didn't have a, you know, I was holding the thing to the floor and it just wasn't doing anything. So that's my first clue. Now, normally I would be concerned about that, but with the particular tune that's on this truck now, for whatever reason, when you first start the truck and it's cold, or even, you know, outside temperature when the engine itself is cooled off, you have almost no throttle response at all. In fact, it'll barely even back up, you know, out of its parking spot until the engine warms up. After that, runs great, tons of power and all that, but it's always exhibited that that particular symptom when it's cold, only with that tune. I can change it out with any other tune I've got, that issue goes away. So I wasn't really concerned about that being, you know, an ICP IPR issue, because that's, in my mind, that's kind of where I'm going, because it's fairly common for these things. But as I was backing up, I noticed that, you know, it had no power, and I happened to look out my mirror and I noticed it was chugging a little bit of black smoke. So not a lot of power, some black smoke. That indicates to me that it's getting fuel because it's black smoking. That indicates to me that the HUE injection system is doing its job. So obviously there's oil rail pressure, I guess, because it's chugging black smoke. Anyway, as soon as I took my foot off the gas, quit, that was it. It'll crank, or the engine will crank over. Batteries are hot, spins the engine nice and fast. All that works like it's supposed to. Occasionally it'll go plop, 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 like it's trying to light, but it just can't. So my troubleshooting methods are going to be, step one, put a scanner on the thing. Let's see what is going on. I'm curious to see if the ICP is, you know, what it's commanding, and I'm curious to see the IPR itself. You know, is it opening, or do we have rail pressure? So let's figure those things out first. Let me grab a scanner, get you set up, see what we got. I'm going to use this this dongle from I got this on Amazon. In fact, I'm going to leave a link where you can get this on Amazon. If you got a PowerStroke truck, either, I mean, 6.0, 7.3, probably 6.4, 6.7, any of those, this is probably a handy thing to throw in your glove box. In fact, I have an entire video covering using Torque Pro and Forescan in order to read these trucks. I'm going to put a link to that up there somewhere while we're at it. Anyway, let's connect this thing up. I'm going to be using Forescan Lite here today to read this, and again, I'll stick a link up here to the video where I cover actually setting all this stuff up and using it. But anyway, long story short, the dashboard that I have here, I have my ICP, IPR percentage, I have my FICM power, and I have FICM sync. Those are the things that I really care about. During cranking, I need to make sure that I'm actually getting plenty of injection pressure in the rail. I need to have probably 500-600 pounds anyway, in order for the truck to start. Ideally, you know, 600 to 700 would be nice. For my IPR, I want to make sure that it's not, you know, commanding, you know, 80% and the thing's not, you know, not starting. For the FICM main power, I need to make sure that's never going below about 45 volts or so during cranking. And I need to make sure that I'm seeing the sync from the FICM. So let's run through this real quick and let's see what we've got. So I'm gonna go key on. I need to probably go ahead and connect real quick. So let's connect to the truck. And we'll go back to the dashboard, and we have to hit play here in order to make things work. So I've got 48 volts on Fickum power, and it was about 47 when the injectors were running, you know, during the initial key on. 14% IPR, that's pretty close to what you're going to have. And let's try to crank it, and let's see if we build injection pressure, see what the Fickum power is, and see if we have Fickum sync. So here we go. Okay, so yeah, so I had 48 volts during cranking. I had tons of injection control pressure. My IPR wasn't maxed out, and I was getting sync from the Fickum. So all that to say, I don't know why it's not starting. You know, I guess the next thing we're gonna have to go for is fuel. Man, I'm dark in here, aren't I? We're gonna have a look at the fuel next. So I have everything that I need as far as, you know, voltages and oil pressures and all that. I'm, you know, I'm no botanist here, but I believe the truck probably should have started if it were getting fuel. So let's check the fuel situation next. I will say that the fuel's a little bit low, but I don't believe it's out because it hasn't even turned the low fuel light on yet. And I am sitting a little bit nose down, but I've never had the truck run out of fuel before, and I've ran it down to where it was way down there. Never had that happen, so I don't think it's a sling blade moment where ain't got no gas in it. I don't know. let's pull the lid off the fuel bowl and see what's happening up there. Now remember, kids, it's hard to do any project successfully without first opening your hood. That's what we're after right there. Let's see what's going on here. Let me move you up a little bit, get you a little bit better bird's eye view. I think we have identified at least why it won't start. Ain't no gas in that bowl. Does that mean there's not enough, well, is there not enough diesel in the tank in order to start the truck? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? That's not what it is. I bet that's what it is. Okay. Let's put some gas in here, put some diesel in here. Let's see if that works. Just to be sure though, I'm gonna kick the key on, just to make sure. Huh. You hear that gurgling noise?
Got no gas in it.
This sucker doesn't have any diesel fuel in it. You've got to be kidding me. I am an idiot. Oh my gosh. But the fuel light's not even on. Okay, put some fuel in it. I'm just gonna bump the key a few times, make sure I get fuel coming up.
I hear it coming in. Yeah, I see it now.
Coming up.
Yep.
All right. Imagine that. It's the it's hitting on a cylinder or two, just getting some fuel back up to it. Fuel rail's completely empty. Never run your truck out of fuel. Don't do it. Almost. Almost. It's alive. It ain't happy, but it's alive. Very, very unhappy. No telling how much air is still in that fuel rail. Well, I guess since it's running, I guess we probably should take it to the store, get some fuel in it, shouldn't we? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this troubleshooting and ultimate resolution of the problem of our 2003 Ford F350. Well, I don't normally like to, broadcast my mistakes out there for the world to see, but this one was really too good to not broadcast out there for the world to see. Plus, at least we had some troubleshooting steps to get us to the point of didn't have any fuel in it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about us, as I'll see you next time.